What is up everyone, welcome to another video. In this video we're gonna talk about a resume trick or a resume hack which will get you an interview call. I'm very blessed and fortunate and lucky to be on the other side of the table. In my current company, I manage a team of software developer, and right now we are working on a hiring process of hiring some software developers. So I'm lucky to see the behind the scenes on what it goes to hire some people and the entire process. Also, I have a couple of recruiters friends, so I thought, I don't know why people are not giving this resume hack or resume trick, so that's why I'm making this video. Let's get started. So before we actually get into the trick or the hack part of it, I need to explain you the entire process, or at least a little bit of a process. What happens is, in the company, a hiring manager will reach out to recruiter. There are two different positions, and I'll talk about it in a separate video what they are, to why they are different. But a department in general will reach out to recruiter or HR team that, hey, we need to hire somebody in our team. And what they will do is they will give them a job description. HR will be like, hey, can you send me the job description? What do you look into candidate? We as a hiring manager will send out, these are the things which we want, or these are the job description. Years go put it up on the website. HR or recruiters then kind of polish that job description, add what they want to add to it, and then upload it on a system on the website or ATS. Now, a lot of you probably might have heard or might not have heard. ATS stands for applicant tracking system. It's an automated system. A lot of companies uses is almost Fortune 98%, Fortune 500 98% companies uses it. Any company I would say who's about 30-50 employees, they probably use this. And why they use this? Whenever a company opens up a job on the website, there are thousands and thousands of applications, as you can imagine, for Google, Facebook, Microsoft, Apple. There are like thousands and thousands of people who are applying to it, and recruiters are not going to have so much time to go through everybody's resume. And so is applicable for middle-sized company or a little bit above than startup company, where they're getting hundreds and 500 messages and or applications. So what does this ATS do? ATS stands for applicant tracking system. What it does is, it's an automated system where as soon as the resume gets uploaded or a application applies to this thing, they have already a job description copy pasted over here, job resumes over here. It kind of tries to match this. Is this relevant? Is the resume relevant to the job description? Because a lot of time people will be like, let's just apply it, we'll see if I get it, I get it, if I don't get it, I don't get it. So to at least eliminate those type of people, they use this automation AI systems. Very, very smart. I'll link some of them in the description also. You can go and check it out, read about them. So they kind of try to match it. Now, in job description, they try to hide and talk about a lot of keywords. I'll talk about that in a little bit, but there are some keywords, and they are looking to match that keywords in your resume. If it matches, then they're like, okay, this guy is good. So this goes to recruiter, then recruiter reviews it and it's like, okay, looks like a good position, send it to hiring manager. So it comes to us. Coming back to the match percentage. So now companies will be putting this job description in the software and they are matching it. Now, depending on how much they want to eliminate, they might keep 70%, they might keep 60%. If the match is 60% or above, send this resume across. Otherwise, send them an automated reject email. That is why a lot of you, when you apply to this job, so you get this automated email saying that thank you for applying, we have better candidates, and keep trying again in the next time. So that's probably why, because your resume could not match the keywords and it got rejected. But the people who worked hard on their resume, it went through and got it. This video is not about how to make resume. This video is about teaching you the trick with your existing resume on what you need to do, what you need to change so that your resume will get through the system. Let me know in the comment section if you really want me to talk about how to make resume, because I would love to talk about it and share my resume with you. But if that is something you are interested, let me know in the comment section. Now let's get into the hack or the trick part of it. You must have heard people saying that tailor your resume according to the job position, customize your resume according to the job position. And that is absolutely true. This is why they say that, because they have this software which they are trying to match. And if you have not tailored it according to the job position, it's not going to work. So that is exactly why you need to tailor it, and that is exactly why you need to customize it. Now the step number one is, I needed to use my computer, so that's why I'm here. The first thing you need to do is copy the job description into Word document. Whichever job you are interested in, copy that job description into Word document. I'm gonna do it right now. The best thing is, if you have two monitors, that will be awesome. Obviously you don't need this. You can either print out the job description, that will do the trick as well. I don't like to waste paper, but if you have two monitors, you can have one job description right here and your resume right on the other screen. So that's what usually I do. So I'm gonna look at for myself. Let's say for example, I'm a Scrum Master. I want to go into Scrum Master jobs. I'm looking for that, so I'm gonna type up Scrum Master. And of course, I'm not going to look for United States. I could, but I know I want to stay in California. So I'm going to filter it through California. And then, further, because I know that I'm super close to Bay Area, so I'm going to look it for Bay Area. There. Okay, so the first one, okay. Kind of a weird one, because it doesn't really say anything about the job description other than just 2 lines, and it's a contract position, so I don't think I want to apply to that, so I'm gonna skip it. Oh, actually, you can see these are all promoted ones, so skip all the promoted ones, go to the nicer one, which is DocuSign. Of course you know DocuSign. If you don't, DocuSign is a software which enables you to sign documents digitally. So I know a little bit about this company, obviously, so I'm already interested in it. Now what I'm gonna do is copy this entire thing into a Word document. Okay, so my job description is copied into the Word document. I have another document. This is my resume. Of course, this is not like super up to date because I'm not looking for a job right now, but you can take a sneak peek at my resume if you want to do something like me. One important step I forgot to tell you is, whenever you find your job which you think that this is a good job, I want to apply to it, before you actually do these steps, read through the job description before even you copy it, because you really need to feel it. You need to understand, is this something you want to do, and also, do you think that you are eligible for this? Most of the job you will feel that you're not, so don't worry about that part, but just see and read through it, like, can you do some of this, have you done some of this, and even if it is 10% of something you did, then go ahead if you like it. But the idea is that you need to understand what they are asking for. I mean, there are, I can go on and on about, there are multiple ways to do this, but I want to keep this video to specific to the hack. So let's get to the hack part of it. Okay, as you can see, there is in the team, they say we embrace agile principle and favor DevOps. So they also have some DevOps, which is good. I understand DevOps, so it gives me an idea. Okay, and collaborative team, etc, etc, etc. So this is not really needed. You can delete this part. Now this is where the trick starts. It says you really need to understand what they're asking for. So these are the things which they are saying. There are a lot of keywords in this enterprise application Scrum team deliver most complex business and technology initiative. So right there, the first thing, it is filled with a lot of keywords and something they would look for. Have you done enterprise agile? Have you done enterprise project management? Have you done enterprise scrums? And if you have, that is what you need to put it in your resume. So let's go to my resume real quick. Okay, so obviously, whichever template you have right now, don't worry about the template. We'll make a separate video about it. But you can see I'm saying first line is leading scrums for healthcare software releases and performing scrum ceremonies, like blah, 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 blah. Now, when I say healthcare software releases, in that, instead of healthcare, I'm going to say enterprise healthcare, oh, healthcare and enterprise software releases. So just because I know that my software is like used in multiple enterprise, you just add that because it is very similar. Okay, now let's go into responsibilities. Obviously there's a lot over here, so you need to read through it, but the most important is responsibilities and I think qualification. Those are like very important for keyword matches. So now looking at it, it says performing duties as Scrum Master for two or more Scrum teams using Agile methodology and Scrum practices. Right there. So that is exactly what I do. I use leading Scrums for healthcare, blah blah blah. It also says which thing. In mine, I say leading scrums for healthcare and enterprise software releases, performing scrum ceremonies. So all I need to do is just use the word agile somewhere, right? So what I'm gonna do is perform leading scrums, leading agile scrums for healthcare and enterprise, and and performing scrum ceremonies like backlog grooming, sprint planning. I think that still works, so I think that's good. So I already checked off, so let's check this off. So because the duties, uh, okay, so duties, so performing scrum ceremonies, I'm saying ceremonies, right? Instead of that, type duties, because that is what it says, duties of scrum master and performing scrum duties. So it kind of matches, right? Like now that is gonna, it at least matches two or three words. So now that I've done, you take this and maybe highlight it, strike it through, because you've already gone through it. Now let's do the assist the team having detailed understanding of agile and scrum framework. Okay, now I know that something I've done is used led, like I've done a lot of agile training to several departments. So I've already done that, and I've also said like which improved the software product development process by 40%. I'm providing a quantifying result to it. So I already have something like that, so it matches it. So I'm going to go through it and strike it through. Support product owner with backlog refinement to deliver value to customers. Okay, now what are the keywords over here? One is product owner, second one is backlog refinement and deliver value to customers. Okay, now see, I've said obviously as a scrum master I already do this. So prioritizing product roadmaps, scoping and scheduling quarterly feature release with help of product owner. So there's already word product owner. Now I just have to reframe this in a way that it matches this line. So backlog grooming, backlog refinement, prioritizing product roadmap, scoping and scheduling. So, okay, so what I'm gonna change over here, the only thing which is missing, we already have product owner. I've said client values in multiple things, like you can see over in the line item customer needs. I've said, I know that in my resume I've used client values a lot. So if you haven't, then you can. But since there's already a product owner line, I'm just gonna use prioritize product roadmaps using backlog refinement, scoping and scheduling feature releases monthly. So something like that. So now I already added this keyword, and then it matches it. So go and strike through it. Build a safe environment where problems can be raised without a fear. Uh, Obviously, there's nothing something like that I have. So I might add a line item saying that I created a collaboration. So what I'm gonna do is I had created collaborative environment for teams to for teams so that they can raise problems without fear. See how I did that? It's just simple. Right now I already have that line, so go and cancel that line. It already see it says road mapping, sprint planning. I already have that in my resume right here. Backlog grooming, sprint planning, all of those is there, so I'm gonna cancel that. Similarly, just go through the list and make sure that each of your line is cross marked. As long as you have covered each line, you are solid, like you're good. That means you're gonna have very high match percentage and it will go through it. Also, I'm not saying that you need to start lying about things. You just have to twist the word in a way that it matches that job description. Now, the other thing which you need to do is go through the qualification. So it says BS degree, I already have. So you have MS degree, which I've mentioned somewhere. I have Masters of Science. Now it says 5 years of active knowledge. I have three, four plus something. Multiple teams, I've already mentioned that. Software development, I'm a manager, so it's there. Experience using Jira and Confluence, so also have that somewhere here. Here, administrating agile tools, Jira, Confluence, so already got that. Developing, managing, coaching teams, I said. I am training, so this is where I'm gonna kind of probably try to add where I can say like a coaching or something word. Same thing, you go through qualification and make sure that you have all of it, and if you do, strike through it, and that's it. So that was the resume trick. It's very simple. As long as you go through in each of your job description line and try to add that in some of your experience. Now some of you will be like, bro, I don't have any experience. This is where your project experience will come in, your college experience will come in, because this is where your teaching assistantship will come in. I don't know what your skill sets are, what your things are, but this is where it will come in. There's also a section in resume you will add as an area of expertise or skills. This is exactly where you need to add that. Again, this video is not about how to write a resume. Let me know in the comment section if you want me to do a video. I'll definitely do it. But this video is all about like teaching you this trick where go through the resume job description and then do this will beat the application tracking system and that software, that algorithm, and give you high match, and then resume reads it and will forward it to the hiring manager, and you will most likely get an interview call. That is it for this one. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you like such a kind of content, and if you do, I would be willing to make more. Until our next one, keep smiling and keep hustling.